Now I'm gonna give a civic science class. We're gonna go into the science of civics. Let's start with the Declaration of Independence, and we're gonna work our way up to the Constitution for the United States of America. Now, with the Declaration of Independence, right, they use their God-given rights to declare their independence from their monarch, their king, their ruler. Okay. Then, the next step was the Articles of Confederation, which are legally actually just the Articles of Incorporation of the United States. That's what they are. They're the Articles of Incorporation. They call them Articles of Confederation. Okay. Then they come with the Constitution for the United States of America. This between 1776 and 1787. Okay, so it went Declaration of Independence, Articles of Confederation, Articles of Incorporation, then the Constitution. Now, if you use your God-given rights to declare your independence from your ruler, your monarch, how can you use the Constitution for the United States of America to set up a secular government? Because that's what they did. Use your God-given rights to declare your independence, then set up a secular government. But listen to this. Every government, before you can have a constitution, right, you have to be lawfully chartered and incorporated. Every government. Now, like I said, the Articles of Confederation were their Articles of Incorporation. So now they have to have a charter before they can make the Constitution for the United States of America. So what's their charter? This is what they call it historically and now. The Treaty of Friendship and Peace between Morocco and the United States. That's what they call it. Okay. It was really a grant from the Sultan of Morocco to the 13 U.S. colonies. This is what happened. Under international law, back then, it took one sovereign nation to recognize you as sovereign, and you were sovereign under international law. Spain, France, Britain refused. They said, y'all bastards. So the Sultan of Morocco made, not the Kingdom of Morocco, the Sultan, one individual made a treaty with them and granted them the most favored nations clause. That's what it was called in the treaty. So it put them on the same footing as every other Christian nation. In commerce is what it says. So that's their charter. And if you go read the papers, Thomas Barclay, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, go read their papers. Go to the National Archives. Read their papers. They specifically said that there was not a treaty, it was a grant. It was in book form with 2 seals in it, and they couldn't even open it till they got back to America. Then they translated it to English because it was not in English, it was in Arabic. But every royal charter issued by a sultan under Islamic law is going to be in book form with 2 seals in it, like the Moorish Holy Quran. They're just translated into English. They have to be translated into every language where the royal decree applies. Now let's go to the Constitution for the United States of America. Oh yeah, and under the Articles of Confederation, the treaty with Morocco was under the Articles of Confederation in 1786, not the Constitution for the United States of America. Under the Articles of Confederation, it only recognizes the perpetual sovereignty of the 13 U.S. colonies. There are no states under the article. And then, you got some civic teachers that actually teach, what it say? The Articles of Confederation were disbanded or whatever. It don't say that nowhere, no document, no legal document, nowhere. Article 6 of the Constitution of the United States says, all engagements entered into before this Constitution are still valid. Because if you saying that the Articles of Confederation no longer exist, y'all overthrew them, then the treaty don't exist. Because the treaty was under the Articles of Confederation. It recognized the perpetual sovereignty of the 13 U.S. colonies, the 13 children of Israel. We're going to say this again and again until y'all get it through y'all head. Now let's go into Article 4. This is one of my favorite articles because it's exact, precise, and specific. This is what it say. Okay, first look this up too. Look up political rights versus civil rights, because that's really where all the gun law confusion is coming in at. Everybody trying to figure out, why was this case decided this way for this person but not this person? Because it depends on your status. That's what it is. You have political rights and you have civil rights. Now, political rights, to have that means you have political status, which by legal definition means nationality. It's political status. So we have political rights. Now, if you have a birth certificate, you're a 14th Amendment citizen, you are a state citizen, and you have civil rights. That's a completely different status. And those different statuses come with different rights and immunities. Like if you have political status, right, you have a political right to bear arms. A judge cannot even deal with that issue because judges cannot make political decisions. Period. It's not the political branch. And there's no controversy. If the Second Amendment says the right to bear arms shall not be infringed, that's not no controversy. So there's no judicial interference. But that's if you have political rights. Even with the Fourth Amendment, it says the legal search and seizure amendment. They can't search your person, papers, effects, houses, nothing without a warrant from a judge. That's true. Absolutely. Unless you have civil rights. Now, if you're a state citizen, they give you these civil rights. This is what the states do. They make laws to circumvent the Constitution for the United States of America because it's the supreme law of the land. So all the states do is they make laws to circumvent it and make you think it's legal because they took civics out of school. That's the worst thing they could have did. The states took civics out of school, though, for that reason, so they could make laws to circumvent the supreme law of the land. Even with a bill of attainder. Look Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution for the United States of America. It says no state can pass ex post facto laws or bills of attainder, right? Now, if you look up bill of attainder, this is what a bill of attainder is. No punishment can be inflicted on no citizen, period, without a judicial trial. That's what it says. So when you getting all these fines and all these, and you be like, hey, I need a jury trial, and they say you can't have a jury trial for this, all you got to do is say it's a bill of attainder prohibited by Article 1, Section 10, Clause such and such of the Constitution for the United States of America. It's that simple. But I don't know if they teach lawyers the real law. But it's just a science of civics. That Constitution is. And then they got it twisted to where, okay, if you have a political status, which is nationality, right? You know you're the posterity of the we people. You created the government. So you move like that. You know your rights is absolute. You ain't got to argue with nobody about them 10 amendments because they're 10 commandments when it comes to you. Now, if you have civil rights and you're a state citizen, you're on a whole different playing field, and they're amendments to you, they're not commandments. You're under two different, it's like the people with political status created the government and they know it, but the people with civil rights, in all actuality, even though it might sound crazy, you were created by the government. The states created y'all through the birth certificate system. And that's just really what happened. Your creation, the first became the last. That's what the Bible said. But that's just a short civics class I wanted everybody. And listen, when y'all crazy UCC sovereign citizen people go into court, right? Listen, law governs all events. Read 18 U.S.C. Section 7. 18 U.S.C. Section 7. It's a statute. It's clear as day. It explains to you why the gold fringe is on a flag. It says anytime you are on any federal land, in any federal building, it doesn't matter if it's a plane, boat, train, whatever it is, a bank, insured bound, You are under the special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States. You are no longer on land. They made a statute that when you enter into any federal building, whether it's a courthouse, a prison, or whatever, you're not even on land no more. You're under special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States. Why do you think, y'all don't think it's funny that all FBI agents are special agents? Every single last one of them. Even if they don't have a specialty. You know why? Because they can only operate under the special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States. Read 18 U.S.C. Section 7. Just read the statute. Law really do govern all events. Peace and blessings.